When I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry.
What's up guys, thanks for joining for another video. So this video is obviously going to answer some questions that myself and I'm sure plenty of other people have. Star of the show is some good old ChickenShine. So y'all probably know the red one, or you might not know. The red one's the cleaner. That's the one. That's their showstopper. That's supposed to spray it on, spray it off, showroom new. I bought the blue one to compare the Meguiar's Hyper dressing compared to that, because I'm getting tired of paying almost $30 for that little bottle, because that will last me one spray before and one spray after a ride to get it looking good before and repel some mud and get it good looking again after. Then the shampoo, which apparently I misunderstood. I thought the shampoo was the same thing as the cleaner, but in the, like for the foam cannon, but apparently I was mistaken on that one. From my understanding, it's just like, honestly, just another soap. I mean, they say snow foam, which any car soap is gonna foam, so I'm gonna try that one out. Not on this video. This is gonna be more of the cleaner. I'll have a separate video coming out for the shiner, and if you guys comment, or if anyone comments, or I might just do it anyway, I will do a video on the shampoo. By 99% sure it's just soap. My buddy bought it and he wasn't super thrilled. I got the shiner put up in the old Adam Polishes bottle I had laying around, so I'll put that back over there so I don't run it over. And then I have the ChickenShine cleaner in this bottle, just since it was a nice size bottle. I know it had a good sprayer. I did somewhat close to a 3-to-1 ratio, so that's like 2/3 ChickenShine, 1/3 water. You should do her. We got the razor. I did pressure wash. I'm pretty sure I scrubbed it. I don't remember. It's been a couple weeks. But we did that. We got some leftover mud. This stuff pretty hard to get off, being a textured powder coat. So that'll be a good test. We have some mud stain, mud residue here. My finger's wet. I could sit here and kind of rub it off, but I mean, I'm not gonna get in there with a brush and detail these things up just to get muddy again. I mean, I run my brush in here on the spokes and everything. I try to keep this thing pretty clean as much as I can. So this thing's already kind of clean, so it is kind of a pretty good test. It was pressure washed, it was scrubbed, foam cannoned with regular soap and everything. We're gonna give her a good little rinse off just to get whatever off is gonna get off, and then we're gonna spray that and see what it do. So we got mud caked up here. That's more clay. I think I was from a couple rides ago, actually. So we're gonna do this half of the old machine, and then we're not gonna touch the other half. That way we get a true full-on comparison. Because I want to give a good, full, true comparison, because this stuff is more on the pricey side. I mean, if it does exactly what it's supposed to, it's worth all the money in the world and then some. Gonna get that in there because that don't really need to get wet and chemicals on it. Because we all love taking our shit out. The one part we don't love is cleaning, unless you're just a maniac. You don't want to breathe that in. Now, I'm a little more picky than kind of the average person on how clean I do like my unit. If I can, I like to realistically try to keep this thing almost showroom new, which is, we all know, borderline impossible. This probably would be a lot easier on pump sprayer. If you haven't looked into this, they say you do not by any means want this stuff to dry on. You want to keep her good and wet, which it is about the most perfect day for that, since it did rain. Go ahead and hit the bumper. The bumper, the fascia. Kind of more than anything right now, we're playing shiner shit. So it says something along the lines of we want it to sit for about a minute or two or 3 or something like that. I mean, there's no reason why it should dry up on us on a day like today. So I sprayed the entire thing pretty heavily. Let's see what we got. I don't know, we're somewhere about like in this general area. I did fill it to the top, so use somewhere around the realm of half. We'll take another glance at this here bottle. This is a gallon. You couldn't tell or not. Pre-ran, supply, directly surface. Oh, well, we screwed up. We didn't do bottom to top, but you know, same difference. Let dwell. Do not let dry. Some surfaces may require agitation with the rag, sponge, or brush. Rinse thoroughly from top to bottom. Huh? Something like that. I know this stuff has gotten pretty popular over the last little bit. Which, I mean, if it works like it's supposed to, I would understand why. So these A-arms have been stained since I think I bought this thing. So if I could get all that off, that would be great. I'll go ahead and show you guys The other side, we got mud tire, got mud stains, dirt everywhere. Got some rust, you know, POS cheap rock sliders. Got the little cutout. I have a video on that if you're interested in that. Stock muffler, straight pipe cutout, ran into a switch. Go to my previous videos and you'll see it. It was when I was pretty new to the YouTube thing. Still pretty new, figuring it out, try to make everything better and better as I go. I think I did that on my phone. So, you know, excuse quality if it's that bad. But, you know, I was just trying to get in the game. I don't know how long it's been. I'd say a minute or two at least. So from everything I specifically have read on it, it's more of just a heavy degreaser. I mean, I ain't no chemist or nothing. But if I had to take a wild guess, you got some Zep and probably some other stuff. You might be able to just make something very similar for maybe the same money and have, or less money, and have a much higher quantity and quality product. But again, I don't know. I ain't no chemist. I'm just some guy out here with a GoPro that likes razors and diesels. I mean, I see a lot of brown on the ground. So, I mean, it's doing something. I mean, this thing was already clean pretty much. So, I mean, it wasn't as clean as I usually do it after a ride, but I would say it's probably going to have the easiest job it's going to have for this here test. If you're wondering what this is, I put some ceramic coating on the bumper right here, and it appears to be doing its thing. That's an Amex, not Amex. I'm too poor for an Amex. That is Adams Polishes spray ceramic coating. That is the graphene, the advanced formula. Works pretty good. I use it on everything I got. I'd say it's worth a shot. So some parts it looks like it was working pretty good. Other parts looked like could definitely use some agitation. Which, I mean, they put that on the bottle, but they don't really advertise that from anything I have seen. Oh make sure I get everything off that's gonna come off. Well, I think at this point I've sprayed everything that's gonna come off. I'm gonna clear out my driveway real quick, and I'm gonna cut here in a second, and I will come back with it a little drier. That way we can actually see what it took off, what it didn't. It'll be a second for you, it'll be a little bit for me. So I will see you guys in a sec. All right, it's been 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. It's been a time. Some of the plastics are starting to dry out. Some of the tires are starting to dry off. We're kind of getting able to see what we're going to see. Only thing I did off camera was I did the inside of here, since I forgot to do that. It's probably going to be wet. It's a great day for a chemical to sit and work. It's not a very great day to have a quick dry time. So I'll kind of walk through it. Tires look really good and clean. Some people don't care, but I like the inner, the outer, and even the tread to be clean whenever it's getting put away in the garage before the next ride. Tread part's kind of pointless, but it's something I like to do. The wheels was a big one for me because I don't want to sit here with a brush. As you can see, there's mud residue, which I forget exactly where the last couple rides were, but I think this is some like really clayey shit. I think it took some off, but I mean, I'm trying to play both sides here. I think it definitely would come. I mean, it comes off. Like, I'll wipe it off. I mean, I don't know if the ChickenShine like ate it up and got broken up, and then it'd be a lot easier to get in there with a brush and get it all nice and pretty and perfect. But their biggest claim is spray on, spray off. Even though the bottle does say might need the agitation, but that's like every video I see is spray on, spray off. So yeah, I'm trying to give you guys the no BS review, because they don't pay me to do this. I spent $150 some odd or somewhere around that on all three products. I still see some mud residue in there. It looks like that cleaned up a little bit. I want to say some of the residue on this came off. Again, just some good old elbow grease will get it off. That didn't clean up at all, which I don't know, that just might be the fading coming out since I haven't put my solution finish on there. Same thing with that. This thing's always absolutely caked in mud, which, I mean, it looks a little cleaner, but definitely still dirty. Still got residue there. One thing I did notice, you're gonna want to be careful if you have the any raw radius bars or billet anything. As you see, that side's nice and shiny. This one's clouded up. It's still some shine, but it definitely put some chemical water spots in it. I mean, pretty easy to polish out, but you're gonna want to make sure to be careful whenever you're using that stuff with this, just so if you don't know how to polish or anything like that, you don't want to really have a really fun time to fix that. That's been scraping on here. That's interesting. Probably doesn't help that these are backwards. Well, that's a problem for a different day, because they didn't send any instructions. So I'll kind of do a circle. That way you guys can get the full thing, form your own opinion. You know, I'm not here to sway anybody either which way. It did clean my driveway pretty good. There's no like mud stained and everything. It definitely still has mud residue on the back of this. Made it a little bit better, but still there. A little better. That's good and black. That's clean. That's dirty. I mean, I think it did a little bit more than really what I'm seeing. Then again, you guys are seeing in 2 seconds. It's been 20 minutes to me. So this thing is pretty caked. So I mean, looking on this side, I definitely think it did more than what I was originally thinking it did, which is really good. Yeah, that wheel's got a lot more mud residue than the other side does. I mean, not the best comparison. I don't have the time to sit out here for 2 hours and it fully dry. Sadly, I want to give you guys, obviously I want to give the best review, but you're really getting the idea. I mean, from that side to this side, the L arms look a lot brighter and cleaner because they don't have that much. But I think my consensus is that if you want to get the most out of the ChickenShine cleaner, that you're just gonna need to scrub a little bit on some things depending how absolutely perfectly clean you want it. I think it did a pretty good job. I'm not really seeing too much on these. I mean, these things are, especially this one, got beat whenever we slid through the sand at like at least 50 miles an hour. Looking from side to side, definitely did some cleaning actually. If you look at that A-arm, that one's stained as shit. Oh, that one still got staining. Anyway, I thought I was doing something on there. I'd probably clean that off with some good scrubbing. One more little look at you for you guys and myself. Yeah, I think I can give my consensus. If you want to get the most out of that, you're definitely going to need to do some scrubbing. If you're not super picky and you want the majority of the way clean, probably giving it a good pressure wash, spraying that on, letting it sit for 3 minutes or so. It's going to do a pretty good job. I'm extra picky. I'm definitely will be scrubbing with that on there. Is it worth the $60? Which, $60 on our website. I bought mine for $45 a gallon. So, you know, you math that out, like 150 some odd dollars for 3. Right? 150, 160, something like that, whatever. I think I got some discount because I used my PayPal. It's like an auto coupon or something, not sure. $60 kind of hard to eat when you can probably use some Zep degreaser or something, probably get a similar result. I haven't tried Zep. I've tried Dawn dish soap, Simple Green, whatever else I've tried, probably like everyone else. So I'm pretty sure that they advertise it as a heavy degreaser. So in theory, the Zep or something similar to Zep will probably do something similar. $45. Depending how long that gallon lasts, I would probably consider buying it again. The Shiner, I don't know on. I haven't done that one yet. That'll be a separate video. So I need to keep myself on track. Kind of undecided, as it definitely did something. I keep comparing, I keep thinking it did a better job than what I originally thought. You know, is it 100% worth it? I'm like 80% on it. I think it's probably a good working product. I would really just recommend get on American Power Equipment Supply and You can just get a normal spray bottle. I think their spray bottles are that size. I want to say they're 35, but at that point, you almost might as well just get the gallon and have the extra. Maybe have a buddy give you 10, 15 bucks and you give them another part if you don't like it and they can try it, and you get the money difference, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, whatever. But as far as chicken shit or ChickenShine, I think it's definitely a useful product. I don't think it's 100% up to the standard that they were putting it on, but it definitely does. It does work. It does do something. Just not 100%. I was really hoping those wheels would be spotless after it with just everything I've seen online. So I would say it's at least worth one shot. Yeah, I mean, I'll either roll the outro on this video, and if I decide I want to do a little bit of scrubby dubby with it, I'll put that in at the end. But thank you guys for tuning in this video. I appreciate it. If you can throw a like down below, it helps me out. Subscribing helps even more. Comments, questions, concerns, drop down in the comments. I'm happy to answer. Until next time, guys. Alright, obviously I didn't end the video quite yet. I actually did a little testy test on a couple pieces. I hit it with the brush, kind of got up in here. As kind of, I would say, expected, a lot of the residue came off. A lot of these hard little cavities are a little harder to clean. I did that. Hit the spring, hit the frame right there, hit this spot with the brush as well, and you know how hard it is to get that shit off. Hot rubber hoses. I brought this out to show you guys, but I literally just did it. I'm not gonna lie, for some product I sat there and bought. But I'd say it definitely helps break up things. If you have like some hard clay mud on your stuff, it's gonna struggle. I think if you have like more normal mud, not some hard crappy clay stuff, it's gonna do a lot better. But I just want to test, give it every little information and shot that I could for you guys on the product, for be 100% honest. I mean, I didn't do anything crazy. I was woo with the brush. Here we are. I didn't get everything off of there because obviously it is a little cooked from being on there for forever. But yeah.